Bienvenidos nuevamente a Avowed. Y recuerden, como siempre, dar like, suscribirse, activar la campana de las notificaciones, compartir con los amigos, acariciar a su mascota. Y continuamos. Ya, lo último que hicimos fue entregarle el, abro comillas, fragmento de Luna a nuestro amigo Barbón. No hay luna hoy día, no hay luna. Ah, tenemos que dialogar con nuestros compadres. Venga, maese enano.
Envoy? That was interesting, right? The woman arguing about the crops failing? Standing up for what you believe against authority. I can respect that. Of course, my method would have been run away under the cover of night, never to return, but yeah, this works for her. I don't know. In my experience, it's always the snake you don't see that bites you. Anyway, there's clearly more going on here than a bunch of animancers sitting in dusty labs doing whatever they do all day. Beyond that, nah, I can't help you. Call me when you're back to facing real danger. Right, changing the subject. Ask away. I haven't dealt with Delamgon and blights and such all that much. They usually don't bother you unless you step too far off the trail. Of course, that's pretty much a given in your line of work, so we're all doing things we're not used to doing. Still, if you have a choice between upsetting the forest and not doing that, think about it. Maybe consider that the Forest and Emerald Stair are known to hold a grudge. Let's see. Less urgency for shelter here. You can find shrubs to block the wind or tree cover to protect from rain. There's also plenty of food around too, if you know where to look. Rule of thumb, if it's red, don't eat it. Or if it makes you itch. There's also just about any kind of game you can imagine. Just make sure whatever you catch doesn't have mushrooms growing out of its face. Oh, and be careful when you leave the roads. You never know when that deer you killed was some Delamgon's favorite pet. Careful in the western areas of Emerald Stair. Something lives out there, and I don't really care to know what. Right, changing the subject. Companions? It's just Kai, isn't it? As you know, Kai and I have worked together in the past. It's a blessed miracle he never got me killed. Honestly, he's a good guy. A bit too quick to ask questions for my taste, but Kai's good enough. Tell him I said that I'll cut a hole in your water skins. Ask away. Well, I'm one of the very few people who spends most of their time out in the wilds and haven't gotten themselves killed yet. I know the difference between hay-bleed toxin and high-tox bloom, which is something you should be really thankful for. And you know the Balrog and the grinning Balrog? No, but I am one of the few who have seen a Balrog and lived. Mostly because I had the brains to run the Dragu out of there. The key is survival. I understand that, and a lot of people don't. And that's why they're dead, and I'm still here. We're gonna get you where you're going, Envoy. Alive and with as few blithe tail bites as possible. That, more or less, is all you need to know about me.
La wea de la Chewbacca, weón.
Oh? Do tell.
El envenenado. Ah, no. Ya. No, sí, ya sabemos que es mentira.
Right, thinking about Solace will do that to you. It's not something I like talking about, really. Honestly, I prefer leaving the past in the past. Thank you. Not everyone accepts that some things are best left in the past. Oh, you noticed. I don't know. I've heard stories all my life about the gods and magic, and they never seem to do any good for anyone. It's just Pargrunan wilderness lore. developed over the centuries in Solace. Tricks, traps, gadgets, nothing more. But hey, if people want to think it's magic, then go ahead. I'm not gonna bend over backward just to seem internally consistent. Well, you asked, I answered. Feel free to cast all the spells and cry out to whatever gods you like. I won't stop you. Just don't expect me to join in. Right, changing the subject. You too.
You know, I've heard dueling is popular in the Valian republics. You wouldn't think a public argument could feel as brutal, but I'll be damned if Giada didn't draw blood. No doubt. That's why I admire the resolve. Living Landers can be contrarian and combative. That's what sends a lot of us here in the first place. But it's still hard to swim against the tide with your own people, especially when it means getting them to face a hard truth.
Kai hinting? Believe me, that Nim dude isn't subtle.
He's right. I'd rather drink salt water than have a hard conversation. That's what I admire about Giada. She knows who she is and what she believes. She's got more clarity and conviction than I had at her age.
She has more clarity than you have now.
Hey, I am a willing victim of my own delusions.
Sometimes that just makes it easier.
Hey, don't worry. We're talking about Giada's situation.
Right. Like, what did you think I was talking about?
Anyway, this can't be an easy time for Giada, but I'm glad to have her on our side. What's on your mind? And troubling. What was it she said? The Steel Garrote will ensure the safety of Aedyran interests? They aren't going to make you any friends, that's for sure.
That Aedyran spy mentioned a Steel Garrote operation, too.
Yeah, he did. Stay sharp. A storm's brewing. And better if we can find it before it finds us. I'll be here if you need me.
The Aedyr stirs, a crackle of light in a withered field. The bars stifle us. We cannot recall when last we spoke. Hollow faces in a line. What has come of this place? A hand of generosity, or a gauntlet of steel? We feel them. They bend and hone the essence of the earth. They draw from our veins like a well. What are these rituals? A new tongue, an unfamiliar name. A harvest grows, the dead rise. What do they hope to achieve? Lift the shroud from the wheel. They build walls in their hearts. Why do they not share what they make? Aedyr sleeps across the sea. They are not troubled by the laws of Kith. What do you say? Fire that burns the forest feeds the soil with its ash. We have learned much. Dream of soaring wings in your repose.
Está más cerca de 78 metros.
My farmhands are very affectionate. Feel free to pet them if you like.
No, gracias.
Giata Castel wants my professional opinion. What an honor. I have a few theories, but no firm conclusions. I have to ask, is it true? Did Vidaro kick her out of town? That's our governor for you. Self-righteous even in his own ignorance. Very well. I'll tell you what I know about the Dream Scourge. But first, I need some help around the farm. I'm up to my ears in chores around here, and the Revenants can only do so much. They can't do complicated tasks, you see. Anyway, I'm afraid the time has come to put down poor Silvo. You did? That was quick. Poor Silvo. He was a bright young revenant, but a very old man. Thank you for giving him peace. So, the Dream Scourge. I've been keeping an eye on the readings from my fields. This plague, as we know it, is a recent development. But I believe whatever causes it is older by far. Maybe even as old as the living lands. The exotic plants and animals, the twisted landscape, the Dream Scourge, they have a common ancestor. There's something about the essence in the living lands that's different from anywhere else I've seen. But how to find something so well hidden? Can something so metaphysical even be found? Not to get too superstitious, but in these troubled times, the arrival of a godlike is no coincidence. You are meant to be here. Toward what end, only you can say. Well, I'm happy to give her some good news for a change. You and Giat are going to shake things up. As for me, I'll be keeping a close eye on my flock.
Oh, and thank you for the nightmare fuel. I really have been sleeping entirely too well lately.
I'm remembering why people find this place unsettling.
Did you hear that Giata was sent into exile?
Wonder if she needs a new research partner.
Or maybe a test subject? Remy, look what I found. A genuine godlike.
Do you think they can hear us?
Let's find out. Hello, me, Yvette. You friend?
Qué chocha, weón.
Remy, take a note. Fluent speech and upright posture show marks of sophistication in the endangered godlike. We heard that Giada partnered up with an outsider, but I had no idea you were a godlike. Fascinating.
I suppose we owe her a favor. Or two.
Giata must have sent you to be our test subject. She knows how we adore your kind. Satisfy our curiosity and we'll give you everything Giada needs to finish her research. Deal?
Let's begin the examination. If you could choose, who or what would you be in your next life? Next time you go round the wheel, you might not get so lucky. Tired of being remarkable? Interesting.
My turn. Some would call you blessed. Others would call you cursed. The fact remains, you were touched by the gods. Wouldn't you say that you owe something to the rest of us? So, you believe we need your help. Interesting.
Oh, I thought of another. We all know that godlike can't reproduce. How do you plan on leaving a legacy after you're gone? Very optimistic, aren't we? I think that covers everything. Thank you for that brilliant insight, godlike. You're a credit to your dwindling kind.
So, Giada wants to know all about the Dream Scourge, yes? Such has been her research of late. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
The Dream Scourge is proof that an unprecedented metaphysical disaster can take place at any time.
Oh, that's a load off my mind. Sure beats not constantly worrying about the future.
How's that good news?
Giada will be interested to learn that the Dream Scourge cannot just be studied in a lab. Its nature is wild, so it has to be studied in the wild. Our machines and experiments would meddle with it too much.
And like anything affecting the soul, it must be connected to essence. Thus, if she wishes to discover more about the Dream Scourge, a Pillar of Aedyr would be a good place to start.
Of course. The idea is a bit high-minded. Aedyr acts like a pathway for souls as they rejoin the wheel.
And the Dream Scourge is a plague of the soul, is it not?
So, just as Aedyr channels essence, so too may it provide a key to discovering more about the Dream Scourge. An entity, you say? If this entity is your patron, that's all perfectly natural. But if it's something else, with enough essence and a capable animancer, perhaps you could trace this tether back to its source.
Right, and with a little fresh sake, you can follow an ogre back to its lair. Still wouldn't recommend it.
Just be careful that your tether doesn't snap back and kill you in the process.
Now that we've researched the mind of a godlike, the next step is anatomy. But we've taken enough of your time. Farewell.
Hurry, before they change their minds.
Ay, demasiado bla bla.
Dozed off there for a bit.
Demasiado bla bla. Ya necesito el corazón. Sí, necesito acción o si no me voy a quedar dormido. Mucho bla bla, poca acción. Oh, Dios mío, vaya. Bien.
Right behind you.
Stop it!
Ay, perdón. Ay, mamá. Murió tu hijo. Me recuerda a los... Me recuerda a Elizabeth.
Well, that was fun.
Todo piola, todo piola. Fue chistoso. Hay medio árbol, ¿no?
Here they come. Take your best shot. Still not hitting hard enough. Armor won't hold up. Back on my feet.
Chulo. ¿Quién está curando? ¿Quién está curando? No, concha tu madre.
Isoksa.
Oye, son raros. Son rapidiños. Oye, los tengo al lado. Concha tu madre. Oye, bueno, no me dejan.
Appreciate it. There are worse ways to handle life.
Bien, menos, no sé.
Arms up.
Ay, me estoy weando. No, bueno. Ya, señores arañas.
They're coming for the queen. Take her out.
Ah, pudre.
Watch yourself. Clap on now. Trail goes through the ravine and into the blade.
No,
Careful where you
concha
step.
tu madre. Ay, me vio. Hola. Amigo. Ay, Dios mío, weón.
Let's see what you got.
Igual Mario, weón.
For you. I owe you. Nice work.
Marius. Pues hay unos.
Arms up. Oh no, you don't.
Ya se tiraron mis compadres.
Right behind you.
Explotar. Pancho, como ya estoy envenenado, weón. No, nada que me quite el... Pancho, tu madre me hizo retroceder hasta allá, weón. Ay, Dios mío, hay más hongos acá.
Enough of my kin have fallen this day.
This one's mine.
Dios mío, ¿dónde me vine a meter? Y este. Y el maestro enano de no que fuera la pelada.
On your right. Envoy, look left.
¿Qué pasó? Hoy están todos muertos acá. Dios mío, Dios mío, Dios mío.
Right with you.
Me dejaron aquí adentro. Bueno, me dejaron aquí adentro.
Show me what you got. Watch yourself just as good.
Bueno, me dejaron ahí. No me podés dejar aquí adentro, weón. ¿Pero quién me tira, rey? No, pues weón. Dios mío. Ya. Pero por la chucha, man. Bien, conchito. No, ahora se metió un oso que no sé dónde chucha salió. No sé, weón. No sé, weón. No sé dónde chucha se metió. ¿De dónde salieron? No tengo la más puta idea, weón. Y me lo tengo que querer, ¿por qué? Porque es un juego de magia. Pancho, no, ya no puedo guardar, privado. Claro, ya apareció el oso. Claro, y de la nada aparece el oso culiado, pues weón. Ven para acá. No, pues weón. Tengo que ver hasta que se recargue la magia de nuevo. Los maricones, pues weón. Estate quieto para vos, weón. Cacha, viene el oso, viene todo. Ay, no. Perdónenme. Puta, weón. Uno menos.
Need a hand. One for you. Watch your left.
No, voy a invocar más hueones por... No, este objeto es mío. Weón, me cagaron, weón. Ah, estoy en una pelea de desventaja, pero total, weón. Necesito pociones, weá. No puedo, weón. No puedo pelear con tantos monos. Me cagaron, pues weón. No. No tengo pociones, no tengo nada. Qué bajón, este weón no me deja salir, pues, weón. Me vieron porque papas fritas, pues weón. Me encanta, me ven. ¿Por qué me mató? Porque papas fritas.
Coming from your right.
¿Por qué te moriste? Papas fritas. Y el-
Back in the fight. Left leg.
Concha tu madre, mira culiá, si estoy peleando con el bueno y ya, po.
On my last legs.
Mira culiá, pues se está peleando con el bueno y ya me dispara a mí, pues weón. ¿Quién tiene el agro, weón? ¿Quién tiene el agro? El tanque que tiene que tener el agro no lo tiene. No, Dios mío. ¿Qué me, que me vine corriendo hasta acá por la reputa, weón. Ya, de nuevo. Voy a tratar de obtener los ítems piola para dejar grabado porque me tenía. Está pegando. No, pues bueno, no. Hasta que llegó el juego. Me pegó por la puta, weón. No, lejos. Corre, 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 corre. Corre como si no hubiera mañana, abandono a los amigos. Van a encontrar más compañeros en algún lado. No, para acá no. Muchos de los edificios, corre, corre. Huye, huye, veamos si podemos teletransportarnos, por favor. Estamos en medio del combate. Hola, cornuda, paso corriendo. Hola, hola. La wea rata, concheto, madre. No puedo creerlo, weón. No, no puedo. Tierras del aventurero del claro, no, 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 no. Bravo. No, esta pelea está americana la pelea, pues guacho. No, po, no, no, no. Normal que el escudo me protegió un poquito. ¿Dónde está el agua? healer. ¿Dónde está el healer allá? Hoy me botó, po. Hoy me volví a botar, ¿no? Estate quieto, weón. Estate quieto, que está robo. Ya no me voy a pegar el hecho. Mira, es que estoy que vuelvo a la zona anterior del juego porque me estoy muriendo mucho. Ya, vamos a entregar el artículo para ver qué pasa. Que no, ya es mucho. Ya morí mucho. Oye, la pelea rata. En serio, rata. Oh, me equivoqué. Ahí vi una secundaria, así que vamos a venir a tomar la secundaria también. Mira, weón, me costó más que la cresta conseguirlo.
Very resourceful, and a more than capable companion for poor Giada. Nature is as stubborn as ever, I see. Fair enough. Here's payment for your troubles. Now that I've got the heart, my thirsty invention will drink deeply of its essence. All that's left to do is calibrate it. First things first. Let's have a look at your soul. I'm going to ask some questions to induce a metaphysical quiver. No, not to worry, just testing your reflexes. Let's start with an easy one. You wake up on a beach, looking up into the sun. Your hands are covered in blood. All right. Let's try some word association. Tell me the first thing that comes to mind. Pendulum. Chrysalis.
A spark ignites a flame. An idea ignites a war.
Hello? You still with me? No, we should stop. This has gone far enough. Let's go over your results. Your soul is like a piece of sea glass. All the edges are smoothed down. Quite beautiful, really. Your godlike nature is a marvel to behold. God, my condolences. Those two are a handful, even for animancers. What I see is something entangled about your soul. An outside presence that both is and isn't a part of you. It's old, dark, and rather tricky to pin down. Very interesting. The stress of war can leave a mark on the soul, but this is different. Quite different. Fascinating. Thank you for getting my machine calibrated again. But you came for Giata's theory of the Dream Scourge. Between the two of us, she's on to something. Our farms are in great peril. The essence has been drained from the land, diverted, like the flow of a river. And risk joining her in exile? No. Without this workshop, we have nothing. Regardless, essence doesn't just disappear. It must be going somewhere. All I can tell you is keep looking. You'll find what you're after. As much as I hate giving people bad news, that's all I have. Please give Giata my fondest regards.
Keep looking, huh? I'm getting a bad feeling about what we'll find.
Yeah, I'll be honest. He lost me when he started talking about souls. What did I miss?
Me da mal espina todo.
I hope you aren't afraid of lightning. Where there's animancy, there's bound to be lightning. Good timing. I'm about ready to get started. So, did you learn anything of particular interest? That's the fun part of metaphysics. Everything is strange, but nothing is new. Look at us. Barely even started, and already we're making progress. Monto's machine is working, Elia will keep an eye on her revenants, and Yvette and Remy are providing us an alibi. I needed those animancers for more than their expertise. Monto's invention nullifies spiritual interference. Having it up and running means we won't get any false signals. Whenever I tap into an Aedyr pillar, Elia's farmhands tend to get a little bitey. Thanks to you, they won't be a problem. And then there's Yvette and Remy, the governor's eyes and ears. In exchange for privacy, I gave them a test subject. I'd call that a good day's work. Now we just need the right equipment for the job. When my parents died, they left me their life's work. An invention like no other. The phantasmal focus. Think of it as a spiritual tuning fork, or a dowsing rod. It has many functions, some more obvious than others. The problem is it's in the basement. I haven't gone down there since the accident. Since they died.
I can't blame you for avoiding a place like that.
I would get it myself, but I'm not ready to face what's down there. The door to the basement is just outside, around the corner. Of course you'll need a key. Please excuse the mess.
Ya, subimos todo nivel 10. Excelente. Tenemos habilidades nuevas. Por ejemplo, tenemos salto de potencia. Agáchate mientras estás en el aire. En el aire para caer de golpe en el suelo, interrumpiendo a los enemigos cercanos. El área de efecto y cantidad de aturdimiento infligido aumentan en función de la altura desde la que cae. Es como en la entrada de Iron Man. Despaceo, los ataques sin armas son inopios, pero los ataques potenciados con H-Man dobles infligen acumulación de sangrado y a mi espada hace sangrado, así que lo voy a subir de nuevo. ¿Cuándo suben de nivel estos dos cristianos? No, vamos a mirar porque muero
That's where her
de...
parents died. I'm glad we can spare her from having to go back.
Okay, walking
Muero de
into the
curiosidad.
basement of an animancer I just met. Right, feels great.
Something's not right here. Stay ready.
Haven from the blight. Who grows here?
Caras de veras no notar. Testamento de la Castella. Yo dije que no iba a leer ningún documento. Diario de Arthur Castell. Sé que Cordella tiene razón. Podemos seguir perfeccionando el foco fantasmal. Lo que nos queda de vida o darle un buen uso. Entonces, ¿por qué tengo tantas dudas? Nuestro plan siempre fue manipular el orden natural, pero la naturaleza es caótica en las tierras vivientes. Si hurgamos demasiado, ¿no hará ella lo mismo? Cartas de preocupación de Perculici. Ay, de nuevo ando sin pociones, ¿no? A manos de Avidon. Grabatos preocupados. El dispositivo no debería funcionar, pero funciona, y ese es el problema. La teoría y la realidad están en conflicto. Y tener éxito sin comprenderlos es peor que el fracaso. No aprendí nada. Y no puedo inferir nada sobre las limitaciones de este invento, y tengo grandes reservas sobre la insistencia de Cordella de seguir adelante. Lo único que sé es que el dispositivo encontró algo. Creo que se trata de la esencia de las tierras vivientes, pero, ¿y si me equivoco? ¿Y si tacharon violentamente varios párrafos de la página? ¿Es que transgredimos los límites de lo desconocido tanto que no somos capaces de ver la tumba que nos cavamos? Debo hacer preparativos para el futuro de Yata. Carta polvorienta de Maxim Vidarro. Bien, pues tiene una poción, moneda. Diario de Cordella Castell. Arthur, está más callado de lo habitual, señal de que le preocupa el experimento. Cree que la isla se opondrá a nuestra intromisión como si eso fuera posible. Es evidente que nuestra hija salió más a mi lado de la familia. No veo la hora de enseñarle todo lo que descubrimos. Con suerte, Yata será tan brava y osada como las fuerzas que la rodean. Ahí está. Los hueones de familia.
I feel pretty certain those people aren't supposed to be playing.
What a horrific fate.
Beauty reborn. A life of peace.
Sospecho tanto de la voz. Poco fantasmal.
We can leave now, right?
Poor Giada. To think she's been living with this right under her nose.
I don't. Anyone know what happened back there?
I think those were Giada's parents. Whatever's left of them.
So they're dead?
Or something like that.
Gods, I can't believe this.
You're back. You found it. You actually found my inheritance. Did you see my mother and father? Are they still there? I'm sorry. For what it's worth, I don't think you were in any danger. All that's really down there is an unhappy memory. One that keeps on growing. Quilici thought so too. Even Ignasi offered to lend a hand. But I forbade it. My mother had an idea about how to use the essence of the living lands. And it destroyed her. My father. Our family.
I've heard that story too many times. This land takes more than it gives.
So I swore an oath. No one could enter the lab until I understood what happened. I'm on the right track to figuring it out, which is almost as good. Enough about me. Let's worry about you for a change. With the phantasmal focus, I can finally tap directly into the essence of the living lands. I can also use it to smack around anyone who gets in our way. The only thing we're missing now is an Aedyr pillar, and I know the perfect one. Naku Tedek, the old godless ruin west of Fjord. There should be some equipment waiting for us. That rugged thing? It's as dry as a bone. Hardly any essence left. Even if it wasn't, I'm not exactly welcome in the workshop these days. Before we head out, let's make the most of our time in Fjord. No telling how long we'll be gone. And I hate to be a problem, but I do my best work in small groups. Chalk it up to performance anxiety. Works for me. This is a good opportunity to cleanse our place of rest. Spiritually, I mean.
Ya, nuevo compañero. Pensaba que el nuevo compañero iba a ser la mona pelúa al principio. Yata usa la animancia para entender el mundo a su alrededor. Si bien la ciencia de las almas sigue suscitando controversias, cree que la esencia inexplorada de las tierras vivientes puede y debe aprovecharse. Quiere demostrar su convicción al dar apoyo a su grupo en el combate, con su foco fantasmal que analiza las corrientes espirituales de las tierras vivientes para curar y defender aliados. Por fin un healer. Vamos a ir al tablón de anuncios que está, no me acuerdo. Acá.
And all godlike. I've heard whispers that one of your kind was here in the living lands. It is a pleasure to meet you. In case it wasn't clear, I'm the point of contact for anyone with bounties to turn in. So return to me if you have any to claim. Ahora Taugori. I hope to see you soon.
Recompensa Valderreno. Atención, se ofrece una recompensa por eliminar a la plaga de tierra conocida como Valderremo. Varios exploradores y colonos fallecieron en un desastre natural y ahora sus almas sufren unidas en agonía, encarnadas como la plaga. Que alguien ponga fin a su miseria.
Those poor souls. Please bring them peace, amigo. Becoming part of a blight is not a fate I would wish upon my worst enemy.
Recompensa a los Tranton. Atención, se ofrece una recompensa por eliminar a la notoria banda de bandidos conocida como los Tranton en el bosque occidental. Estos forajidos son los culpables de los saqueos en varias granjas alejadas. Alguien debe poner fin a sus actividades. Para cobrar la recompensa ya sabemos con quién tenemos que ir.
A bunch of butsos, if you ask me. But they are dangerous, I'll admit. Watch yourself out there.
Recompensa vieja en una. Atención, se ofrece una recompensa por eliminar a una osa vieja y peligrosa que se instaló dentro de la gruta. Algunos ciudadanos familiarizados con la historia de la región dicen que se trata de la vieja Nuna, la bestia responsable de la muerte de muchos exploradores.
I have a theory that her longevity and hardiness are due to an inordinate suffusion of essence.
Recompensa Chaurips. Se ofrece una recompensa por eliminar a los Chaurips que se instalaron en las granjas abandonadas al noreste de Fjord. Se debe sacar a los Chaurips de esas tierras si queremos recuperarlas algún día. Informe de flecha. Se busca... ¿Otra vez? Sansa, un cartógrafo de Paradis, denunció que su asistente Flexia desapareció en Escalera Esmeralda. Se ofrece una recompensa a cambio de las notas cartográficas de Flexia. A continuación se adjunta la última carta para proporcionar pistas de su paradero. Buen día, Sansa. Espero que te encuentres bien al recibir esta carta. Me alegra informarte que logré progresar en mis mapas de esclera esmeralda. Me establecí cerca de unas curiosas ruinas que los locales llaman Nakutedek. Será de los impíos, lo marcaré. Nunca había visto una arquitectura semejante. Sé que debería ser diligente y concentrarme en mi trabajo, pero no puedo evitar preocuparme de que mi presencia sea una carga. Los fioranos me recibieron con toda su calidez, pero es claro que son momentos difíciles. Espero terminar rápido. Soy otra boca a la que alimentar. Un saludo cordial. Lexia. Bien, delegados del bosque oriental. El grupo actúa con una mayor agresividad que en los últimos tiempos y atacan patrullas exploradores e investigadores de la zona. Se pueden matar con mucho
Those
cuidado.
Delamgan. They are not evil, it is just in their nature to push back against the expansion of civilization. Still, survival of the fittest and all that, eh?
Había una secundaria por acá.
Animancers were such shrewd business people.
Pure crystals dance on the soil.
Darling, look! Isn't my new vase just beautiful?
Beautiful indeed.
Día de Glitchy 2. La cosecha está arruinada, bla bla bla. Bien, una poción.
This brings up the color of your eyes. But is it not too similar to the other artifacts you've collected over the years?
The artifacts have been... Did you still need something, dearie? Well... When a man and a woman love each other very much...
That's probably enough detail for now. I am sure the envoy can use their imagination.
Oh, I couldn't help myself. The joke was right there, my love. The short answer is that I moved in here with Quilichi several decades ago, and he's yet to tire of me.
Ugh, I could never grow tired of you, but I do often grow tired with you. The distinction is important.
Music to my ears. We'll speak later then.
No, ¿para qué la van más a tirar? Ah, dije, esta lo que es.
Oh, you startled me. This old woman can get lost in prayer from time to time. You must be the Aedyran envoy I've been hearing about. Apologies for any hardships you may have experienced getting here. The failing crops, the strange beasts, and even the dream scourge are all the result of our neglect of the dead. Oh, sure. I can't take the blame for all of Fjord's problems, but my negligence has only made things worse. The dead of Fjord expect certain rituals to be carried out. I have failed to perform those rituals, and now the spirits are angry.
Are you volunteering us to hang out in a graveyard?
Oh, if you would, that would simply be wonderful. I wouldn't know how to thank you. Our recent dead require a final meal to ease their passage from life. Without it, they can't rejoin the cycle.
You've got people waiting in line for their next meal, and you want to waste food on the dead?
I got food from the grain merchant stores. I just need someone to leave it at the graves. The dead will take it from there.
Flesh and bone. They bring the fruit to those who cannot eat. What tree calls for its branches to endure these rituals?
Of course. I follow a Valian tradition that teaches that the journey back to the cycle is a long and perilous one. Bareth appears as the usher to guide souls into the next life, but those who lose their way risk the ire of the Pallid Knight. We offer food to the recently dead to still their minds and give them something to offer should the night demand her toll. Causing it? Maybe not, but their anguish beckons to it, calls it to them, and unleashes it on the living nearby. The dead's anger is like a spiritual earthquake, driving all things out of balance. This simple sacrifice brings them peace. You must take these offerings of food and place them at 3 grave sites where the recently dead lay. The first offering goes to a cliffside grave on the southern coast. The second offering goes to a grave in the swamp, far to the west from here. The final offering should be taken to the truffle farm east of Fjord, where a family lost their lives to the encroaching wilds. I believe it will do exactly that. The spirits will find closure and rest, and the living can move on from this recent tragedy. Be careful, friends. The angry spirits lash out blindly. I cannot predict what awaits you at these graves.
Next time you want to tour graveyards, I'm staying at camp. We should help the living and let the dead rest.
I can't thank you enough for helping to ease the conscience of an old lady. Please, return when the rituals are complete.
Ya, ahora dejamos hasta acá.
Clean out your soul with Honest Emil's healing crystals.
Spirits are truly wonderful.
I can't let anyone else discover this.
Ok. Me caí.